Good morning, children. Let us start a new chapter, that is motion. Now, describing motion, how we can define? Motion is the change in position of a body with time. When the body moves from one place to another, it is said to be in motion. So, motion can be described in terms of distance moved and second, displacement. So, defining distance. Distance moved is the actual length of the path traveled by a body, actual length. And displacement is the length of the shortest path traveled by a body from initial position to its final position. Here are some of the examples of motion. Like bullet train, the average speed is given 320 km per hour. A car is in motion, motion of a falling ball down the inclined plane. Motion are of two types, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. First is uniform motion. If a body travels equal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be uniform motion. Means equal distance, equal interval of time. Non-uniform motion, if a body travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in non-uniform motion. Here are some examples of uniform and non-uniform motion. So movement of clock's hand and movement of pendulum is example of uniform motion. Why it is uniform? Because equal distance is traveled in equal interval of time. But movement of asteroid and bouncing of a ball in example of non-uniform motion because unequal distance is traveled in equal interval of time. Speed. Speed of a body is the distance traveled by body in unit time. So speed can be mathematically written as speed is equal to distance upon time. If a body travels distance s in time t, then we can define its speed as v is equal to s by t. S is for distance and t is for time. So speed is equal to distance upon time. The SI unit of speed is meters per second. M oblique S or M to the ms to the power minus 1. Since speed has only magnitude, it has no direction, it is a scalar quantity. You can see in this red car is at the speed of 30 meter per second and grey car is at the speed of 40 meter per second. Meter per second means meter is for distance and second is for time. Another term is average speed. It is the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken. So average speed is equal to total distance traveled divided by total time taken. Let us see one problem. A car travels 85 km from point A to B, then 45 km from point B to C. The total time taken was 1.3 hours. What is the average speed of the car? So what is given? We have to write total distance is given. Distance covered A to B and B to C. So A to B distance is 85 km and B to C distance is 45 km. So total distance is equal to 85 plus 45, 130 kilometers. Total time is also given for the travel, that is 1.3 hours. So what is the average speed? We know average speed equal to total distance covered by total time taken. So total distance is 130 km divided by total time 1.3 hours. So it is 100 kilometers per hour. Velocity. The quantity which is specified both the direction of motion and speed is called velocity. Velocity is defined as velocity of body is the displacement of body per unit time. Remember, speed is distance per unit time, velocity is displacement per unit time. So velocity mathematically it is displacement upon time taken. Since velocity has both magnitude as well as direction, it is vector quantity. Example of velocity is speed with direction is known as velocity. So 30 meters per hour east, 60 meters per hour north, 60 meters per hour east. So direction we have to specify in case of velocity. Like average speed, average velocity is the ratio of total displacement to the total time. So average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time. Average velocity is also the mean of the initial velocity u and final velocity v. So we can write average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2, or u, that is average velocity, plus v, that is final velocity, divided by 2, u plus v by 2. Speed and velocity have same unit, meters per second. Let us solve another problem. If a car changes its speed from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second in just 5 seconds, what is the average velocity of the car? What is given in the problem? U, or initial velocity, is equal to 10 meter per second. V, final velocity, is 20 meter per second. Time taken to change the velocity is 5 seconds. So average velocity is equal to V plus U by 2. So 20 plus 10 divided by 2, that is 30 meter per second divided by 2, that is equal to 15 meter per second. Let us solve one problem. Usha swims in a 90 meter long pool. Pool length is 90 meter. She covers 180 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to another and back along the same straight path. So what she do? She swims 90 meter to the end of the pool, and again she returned back 90 meter to the starting point. Find the average speed and average velocity of Usha. So let us see, total distance covered by Usha in 1 minute is 180 meter, because while 90 meter going and 90 meter coming back, displacement actually is, she started and she returned back to the same position. So displacement of Usha in 1 minute is 0 meter. So average speed is equal to distance, total distance covered by total time taken. So distance covered is 180 meter, time taken is 1 minute. We can convert the 1 minute into 60 seconds. So meter per second, we get 3 meter per second as average speed. While calculating average velocity, the formula changes. It is displacement by total time. Now displacement is 0 because she returned to the same position. So 0 upon something is always 0. So average speed of Usha is 3 meter per second and average velocity is 0 meter per second. Another terminology is acceleration. The quantity which specifies changes in velocity is acceleration. So acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. We can define mathematically, acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by 2. If the velocity of the body changes from initial value u to final value v in time t, then acceleration A is equal to v minus u divided by 2. V is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity. SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. You can see the acceleration of a moving car. A is a constant direction, increase speed 60 meter per hour to 30 meter per hour. Constant direction they are taking. Then direction changes with constant speed, and here change in direction and change in speed in the last. Distance time graph. Motion can be represented on distance time graph. In graph, distance is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis. Distance time graph for uniform speed is a straight line. This is because in uniform speed, a body travels equal distance in equal interval of time. You can see this is the distance time graph of uniform motion. Time is represented on x-axis and distance is represented on y-axis. A straight line shows in equal interval of time, equal distance has been covered. So, this is example of uniform motion. This is the graph of distance time for a car moving with non-uniform speed. You can see in equal interval of time, car traveled unequal distance on y-axis. So, the graph is not a straight line. Velocity time graph. The variation in velocity with time for an object moving in straight line can also be represented by velocity time graph. In this graph, time is represented on x-axis and velocity is represented on y-axis. So you can see in this graph, velocity time graph for uniform motion of a car. You can see in equal interval of time, velocity is 40 km per hour, which is constant. So, uniform motion of a car. Now, the area under the velocity time graph gives the distance or magnitude of the displacement moved by car in a given interval of time. If the car would have been moving with uniform velocity in this graph, the distance traveled by it would be represented by area A, B, C, D. Under the graph, just look at the graph A, B, C, D. Since the magnitude of the velocity of the car is changing due to acceleration, the distance covered by the car in time interval of T1 to T2 will be given by the area A, B, C, D, E. Under the velocity time graph, that is S, or distance travel or displacement traveled is equal to area A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E is the area of rectangle A, B, C, D plus area of triangle A, D, E. Now, area of rectangle A, B, C, D is equal to AB into BC plus area of triangle AD is equal to half AD into DE. So, in this case of non-uniform accelerated motion, velocity time graph can have any shape, and area of that velocity time graph give the magnitude of the distance. Here are the two types of velocity time graph of object of non-uniform motion or non-uniformly accelerated motion. In first or A graph, velocity time graph that represent motion of an object whose velocity is decreasing with time. And in B, the velocity time graph representing non-uniform variation of velocity of the object with the time. Derivation of equations of motion by graphical method. Now let us consider one graph of velocity time. Consider the velocity time graph of an object that moves under uniform acceleration. In this figure, velocity time graph, we can see that u, initial velocity, is taken as 0. From this graph, you can see initial velocity of object u at point and A is 0, and then it increases to final velocity, that is v, at point B in the time t. Now, the velocity changes at uniform rate A. Acceleration is equal to A. In figure, the perpendicular lines BC and BE are drawn from point B on the time axis and on velocity axis respectively, so that initial velocity is represented by OA and final velocity is represented by BC, and the time interval is represented T by OC. Now, BD is equal to BC minus CD. It represents the change in velocity in time with interval T. Now, let us draw AD parallel to OC. AD parallel to OC. From the graph, we can observe that BC is equal to BD plus DC, also equal to BD plus OA, as OA is equal to DC. Now, substituting BC as V and OA as U, we get V is equal to BD plus U. So, BD we can know from it, BD is equal to V minus U. From the velocity time graph, the acceleration of body is given by A is equal to change in velocity by time taken. This equation we already know. So, we can take BD, change in velocity, as BD divided by time taken AD. It is also equal to BD divided by OC because AD is equal to OC. Now, substituting OC is equal to T for time, we get A is equal to BD divided by T, or you can say BD is equal to AT. Using equation 8.8 and 8.9, we get V is equal to U plus AT. So, this is the formula, V is equal to U plus AT. Here is another example of velocity time graph to obtain the equation for position time relation. Let us consider that object has traveled a distance s in time t under uniform acceleration of a. In this figure, the distance traveled by object is obtained by area enclosed within OABC under the velocity time graph AB. Thus, the distance traveled, or S, by object is given by area of OABC, which is a trapezium, is equal to area of rectangle OADC plus area of triangle ABD. So, area of rectangle OADC is equal to OA into OC, length into breadth, plus area of right angle triangle ABD is equal to half AD base into perpendicular BD. So, substituting the values, OA is equal to U, OC equal to AD equal to time T, and BD is equal to AT. We get S is equal to U into T plus half T into AT. So, we can remember it as S equal to UT plus half AT square. It is the equation for velocity time relation. S is equal to, or distance is equal to, UT plus half AT square. Now, equation for position velocity relation. From the same graph, the distance travel S by the object in time t moving under acceleration A is given by area enclosed within trapezium OABC. We have already seen that is S is equal to area of trapezium OABC, or S is equal to OA plus BC into OC divided by 2. Substituting OA is equal to U, BC is equal to V, OC is equal to T. We have already done in earlier equations. S equal to V plus U by 2 into T. From the velocity time relation, T is equal to V minus U by A. So using equation S equal to U, V plus U into V minus U by 2A, or you can say V square minus U square is equal to twice AS. This is another equation. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Let us see the derivation of three formula of motion. Let us consider a body is moving with an initial velocity U and uniform acceleration A. Its velocity becomes V in time t second. In the meantime, it covers distance s. The term would be acceleration is in the meter per second square, initial and final velocity is in the unit meter per second, time is in second, and distance in meter. First equation of motion is acceleration is equal to V minus U divided by T. A is equal to acceleration A is equal to V minus U by T, or that implies AT is equal to V minus U, or that also implies V is equal to U plus AT. So this is the first equation, V is equal to U plus AT. Now for second equation of motion, average velocity we know V plus U by 2. Now distance traveled also is equal to average velocity into time. So we can write S, or distance, is equal to average velocity, that is V plus U by 2 into time. Putting the first equation, V is equal to U plus AT, we can also write S is equal to, in place of V, we can write U plus AT plus U divided by 2 into T. So when we equate this, it is 2U plus AT divided by 2 into T, or S equal to 2UT plus AT square by 2. We can write S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is equation. Again we will practice S is equal to UT plus half AT square. For third equation of motion, we already know V is equal to U plus AT, V minus U is equal to AT, and V minus U by A is equal to T. We have calculated the value of T. Now putting T in equation, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. The value of T is V minus U by A. We can put it and we can equate it. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. This is the third equation of motion. Another type of motion is a circular motion. The motion of a body in circular path is called circular motion. It can be uniform or non-uniform circular motion. First is uniform circular motion. If a body moves in a circular path with uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion is accelerated motion also, because in circular motion of a body, there is continuous change in the direction. At every point there is change in the direction in the circle. The circumference of the circle of radius r is given by 2 pi r. If the body takes time t to go once around the circular path, then the velocity is given by V is equal to distance by time. So V is equal to 2 pi r by t, or by time. You can see the acceleration at every point, and there is change in velocity due to change in the direction. That's why it is said as accelerated motion. So circular motion is always accelerated motion.